Hello, class. I'm going to help you with your assignment, similar triangles and indirect measurement. So we're going to find the measures of sides without using a ruler or tape measure. We're going to use math. Okay? So this one says find K. Here's K at the side of this larger triangle. And we're going to use knowledge of similar figures to figure this out. So remember, it's similar figures for triangles. The corresponding angles are congruent. Now you can see here, the angles you see here, these marks, are also found here. So that's enough to know that they're similar. Now we're going to use that other property of similar figures. And that is that the corresponding sides are proportional. So we have to form a proportion. Two equal ratios. Okay, I'll put the lines here. Fraction bar, equal sign, fraction bar. Now we want to find K, so I'm going to put that here. And the other given side in the triangle where K is 8. Over here, we have to put the corresponding sides. So what corresponds with K? Now, as you can see here, K goes from this mark to this mark. So we got to find those marks over here. So this mark is here, that mark is here. So from here to here, that's 5. The side with 8 goes from this box to this mark. Box to that same marks over here is 4. So we now have our proportion. Now we can solve it. Now, in a proportion, the cross products are equal. So I can cross multiply here and get a cross product, which is 4K. And the other cross product is 8 times 5. And that gives me 40. To solve for K, I had to divide both sides by 4. I can just cross that out. So K equals 10. And yes, I still need practice with this writing implement. Okay, so K equals 10. 10 meters. Here you go. Okay, this one. This one's different because one shape is inside another one. Okay? It's also different because there's only one pair of corresponding angles. How do we find the other pairs? Okay? Well, to start, both of these triangles share this. So I can mark that there. So even though you only see one, that's a second pair. Okay? And now let's use some stuff we learned in the past. Here's this right angle, here's this right angle. Okay? You can see two lines that are connected by a transversal. So these are corresponding angles. Now, since they're congruent, that means that these two sides, or these lines here, are parallel. I'm going to put that mark right here. Now, these parallel sides are cut by this transversal. So you also get some corresponding angles here. This one and this one. Now, since these sides are parallel, these will be congruent as well. Okay? Now you can see that these two triangles have congruent corresponding angles, which is confusing because they're also used to refer to these. Okay, but just know they're similar. That's good enough for now. Okay? So again, we got to make a proportion. We want to find P right here. Now, P is part of this smaller triangle that has a side 4, so I'll put the 4 here. P is between, it goes from this angle to this angle, just like here. Here is 6. 4 goes from right angle to this. Now this right angle to this is 4 and 4, so that's 8. Okay, we have our proportion. Let's solve it. P times 8 AP. Let me just circle this to remind you what to do. Equals 6 times 4, 24. Now to solve for P, divide both sides by 8. You should know this already. So we've done it plenty of times. So P equals 3. In this case, it's 3 feet. Okay, this one. Okay, so let's see here. In the diagram below, triangle FED is similar to triangle FCB. Find J. All right? And we can go about what we're doing. So these are similar. And we're just going to use this statement because it already says they're similar, so I don't have to show you all the angles. I could, but we don't have time. So I'm going to go right to the proportion. Fraction bar equals fraction bar, 2 equal ratios. So we want J. Now, J goes from the letters C to F, which is right here. FC, same thing. These are the first 2 letters. The first 2 letters here are FE. FE is 3. Now, the other side of this triangle with J is 8. So I'll put that here. C to B gives you 8. Okay, here's CB, the last 2 letters. The last 2 letters here are ED. From E to D, you get 4. So we now have our proportion. Let's solve it. J times 4, 4J. 8 times 3, 24. So for J, divide both sides by 4. And I can just cross that out when I'm dividing here. So J equals 6. Okay? So 6 meters. All right, so that's how you do this assignment. Any questions you have, you can email them to me or message me. Good luck.